Howdy folks, this is Bob from Bob's Outdoor Engineering Adventures once again. If you didn't know who I was, check out some of my other videos. Today I'm working on once again my 99 Dakota. After I did I've done you can see the other video where I put the because I'm having a shaking problem in the front, and I put a steering stabilizer on it, which I got it from the jungle store. You can check that video out. The bracket's still on there. It's going to come off when I take the nut off, and then the other bracket that goes on the end of the joint there, it's already off as well. So I just wanted to go ahead and crank this up and document real quick what needs to be done to put what I ended up finding out was, and I don't know if you can see in here, but this the steering shaft, after having my tires rebalanced, doing the alignment, redoing my alignment myself because it was off, centering the steering wheel. So I grabbed this knuckle here, and from up top, if you can see, this is as it goes into here, and I could turn that probably an inch back and forth. I don't know if I can show it now, but because I'm underneath the truck. But there was, let's see if I can get around to the other side. Well, I can't quite, I don't have enough strength in this position, but I could turn the steering shaft, and it would turn inside the rack, and it would turn the rack, but the tires weren't moving, and the steering wheel was moving 3 or 4 inches, telling me that I think this rack and pinion had seen its better days. So because I still had some of the shake at over 60. So today I'm going to go and put a new rack and pinion in it, and I'm about hopefully I'm about halfway through, and I just wanted to document it real quick. So I've already got the one side off, as I've showed you. I've got to take the 2 large bolts off. You got to take that bolt off, which is a 13 millimeter, and I pulled the nuts off the end of the tie rods, backed them off, and I wrapped some tape around them. That way when I unscrew it, I'll know, I can measure how many threads are there, and I can thread it back in and be close on the alignment once I put the rack in. So then you've got to let me just real quick back up. Here it is. Okay, the wrench that takes off these large nuts here, the socket size is a 24 millimeter. The nuts, at least on my truck, that are on the ends here, they are 7/8, and the nuts up here to take these 2 lines off are 18 millimeter. So I highly recommend. I thought they would have been one of my 11/16s. I have like 3 different, 4, 5, 6 different sizes of line wrenches, and none of them worked because it was an 18 millimeter, the dreaded 18. And luckily I have a brand new 18 wrench, but it's not a line wrench. So I'm going to set this camera up here, and I'm going to try and document trying to get this thing out of here. And I am in the woods, so to speak, so bear with me on this. I'm trying to set this camera up. So what I did was, I have which is pretty sketchy actually, which is pretty much my middle name. I jacked up because of the way this topology is, it was easier to jack up the right side of the truck, which I got the wheel all the way off the ground, because when you spin the tie rod end into the rack and pinion, it wants to push the tire out, and with the tire being off the ground, it was easy for it to just push the tire out. I suppose you could take the rack off and then do it, what I'm going to do is I've got that side off. It pushed the tire out. I'm going to leave the other side attached because that side's on the ground with a lot of weight on it. The driver's side, the right side, left side. And then I'm going to drop the rack down, and then I'll unscrew it. And that way the tire, it won't move the tire. So that's the plan anyway. So with a 13 millimeter, I'm going to remove, I'm not going to take it all the way loose, but I am going to, I think I already broke this loose a little bit, so it wasn't really that tight to begin with, but ratchet with a short extension and a 13 millimeter socket. Just loosen it up. You don't want to take it all the way out. I got lucky and it was in the almost perfect spot for me to get at it, believe it or not. Something actually went easy for a change. Now I've got to pull these lines loose, which are going to drip fluid everywhere, so I've got my bucket here. And like I said, definitely invested in an 18. Actually, that's my 7/8. That's the one that you take the nut loose on the tie rod in. Around here is the 18. Here it is, the 18 millimeter. So this one I already broke loose, and I got lucky and it didn't strip. So one thing I did forget to do, and that was buy fluid. And I probably should take these gloves off because I don't want to get them dirty. There we go. It's kind of dark under here. And so this is, you want to make sure you remember which one goes where. I think they're the same size. You can't get to the bottom one until you get the top one off, so gonna have to get dirty, get some fluid all over the place, I imagine. Yeah. And that, I'll tell you what, I don't know. To me, that just looks like standard transmission fluid somebody's been putting in here. Not, yeah, it smells a little burnt too. So where's my rag? I got that loose. And the top nut's loose, so you know, I should have brought, I'm going to let that drain for a minute. Let me see if I can, while that's doing its, while it's doing its thing, I'm hoping that I can get, that's probably going to drain every bit of fluid out of that, out of my reservoir. And I guess I could cap it. I don't have a cap, that's the problem. I could put a piece of tape or something on it. You know, this stuff may have been in here for a while, so I don't know, I'm just going to let it drain out. It smells like transmission fluid to me. I don't think that's the right stuff that's supposed to be in there. I don't guess it harmed anything, but no, it's stopping already, so it's no big deal. What I want to do is get it out of the way. So if I had brought something, I could have. Now let's just see if we can kind of push it up here for now. There we go. Perfect. All right. Now, which once again the camera's right in the way. Somehow I've got to get the second line out. And this wrench, this 18 millimeter wrench, is huge. It's long, so finding a spot where it actually gets on, where I can actually turn the nut, is probably not going to be easy. So it's already hitting. It's hitting in that position, and it won't quite go on this position. I guess if this was easy, everybody would be doing it. And oh boy, you know, I hate to say, I'll tell you, these motor mounts are huge on these trucks. I hate to say it, but I mean, it'll go on right there, but God, and I really don't want to cut this wrench. but I'm gonna go have to look and see if I've got something else in the toolbox. I had a feeling this one might be funky to get off with this long wrench, but it just will not. There's no place that it's gonna grab it. So let me go see if I've got some other kind of tool, and then I'll restart the video, because this might take a few minutes to find something. Okay, well, believe it or not, even though these are 18 millimeter, I was able to, because of the position of this nut, I was able to wedge this 3/4 inch wrench in. And as you can see, the 3/4 doesn't fit well at all, but it fit in there because it was wedged against the it was wedged in here because of how close that nut is to that this boss here. And so, believe it or not, it came loose. I'm pretty shocked that it came loose, but it came loose. So maybe, you know, you might want to inspect your hoses. I guarantee you these are the original hoses on this truck. They still look like they're in pretty good shape, so I'm not going to bother them too much. And just going to let that drain out for a minute, so I don't make a mess. I don't want to get any fluid on the ground if I can help it. Just let that drain out for a minute. It's already pretty much drained. You can see this, I know this truck was parked, I think, you know, must have been parked somewhere damp, obviously, because this unit, I had a boot put on it because the boot was broken, and that was about 3 years ago. And but it was already rusty like this when I got it, so I don't know if it's original. I'll have to just assume it is. And gonna put that up there. All right, now I'm gonna get this out of the way. And should have got some gloves. Now what I've got to do is take the 2 large bolts out, pull the unit out, pull it off the chassis. That way when I unscrew that tie rod end out of the rack and pinion, it won't want to push the tire out. So let's get starting with that. This one, I've already loosened these up because they were extremely tight. This one I've already had off a couple times because I put this bracket on it for the steering stabilizer, which I'm going to put back on because it did help the feel. These racks are probably undersized on the RT model because they have such wide tires. So putting the stabilizer on made the steering feel pretty good. It made it just had a very, I won't say a heavy feel, but a much more kind of like almost like a new Charger, like my Challenger. Just a stiffer, more quality feel to the steering wheel. And the steering wheel, it actually helped this side. When I put the stabilizer, I could put 2 stabilizers on and it probably would have fixed it, but when I saw how much play was in this rack, I knew that I had to put another one on. That you never know. I mean, it might get to the point where it actually strips out, but there was so much play. And so I did everything else, so why not do this? I don't have to worry about this falling because it's going to lay right on the I think I'm going to need those nuts too. Make sure you save your nuts on the tie rod ends, because I'm going to show you the unit that's going in here. I got it, and I'll explain all that in a minute. Let me just get this loose here and see if we can get the unit out of the truck without too much grief. I know you're probably thinking, and I watch thousands of these videos online, I'm like, why don't they have gloves on? And here I am sitting here without gloves on, because you know, bushings are a little bit cracked, but you know, not in horrible shape. 23-year-old truck. Okay, so the rack is loose. So basically I just want to pull it out enough. Okay, it's pulled out enough to where I can, and I'm going to have to probably move the camera and reposition it here. Let's see. Reposition these. Probably need to cut that all out right there. Let's see, put it right there. Back here a little bit. Alright. Mercy, mate. Yep. It's almost. It is out. Okay. It's loose. The only thing holding it up right now is the steering shaft, which appeared to be loose, but you know, maybe you do have to take that bolt all the way out. I'm gonna remove that bolt. That's probably what's holding it. So I can't tell if I got the camera in the right spot or not. Go ahead and pull this bolt all the way out because it looks loose. So maybe this is holding it in. Alright, it's all the way out. See if that helps. Make sure I don't lose it. Good luck with that. So I got all my stuff piled over here in the weeds. Ow! That was good. Just pinched my finger. Probably again. Oh, I see it coming out. There we go. That's it. Alright. Well, there it is there. Let me back up the camera. The camera's in the way a little bit. Okay. All right. And try and hold it up so it doesn't leak any more fluid. There we go. Oh. Okay, take it around the back here. Okay, no, I want to put it here to do a quick comparison. I already took a look at it and everything looked good with it. So yeah, I do see that you can see that that's where the bolt came through and was holding it onto the steering shaft, and I can see this one here. I'll have to turn it to So what I'll do is I'll put these as I got them right here. I guess it's leaking a little bit on the truck. That's nice. And I'll make them till they're the same. I'll have to push my rods. Well, there we go. Have to push these rods. What you can't do is line them up exactly the way they're supposed to be lined up. Which this isn't a great place to do it. This box isn't quite wide enough. I'll turn the box. Get the, and then turn this shaft on the new one to where it matches where my old one came out. That way when I put it up in, everything is lined up. The steering wheel should be where it was. I'll have to check the steering wheel, make sure it's centered. It may not have been centered when I took it out, but you want to put it back in the same position it came out. That's why everything somewhat lines up. And actually, you can see here, this rack's already been replaced once with a Mopar remanufactured part. I don't know what date that is, FO250C. That is the part number. I guess I could have tried to look for one of those, but they're no longer available. I had a friend of mine check. And so yeah, I got this nice unit here from Detroit Axle off of the Jungle Store, where I get most of my stuff. Sometimes Evil Bay. It's like a pretty good unit. Pretty nice. Like I said, all new boots, painted up real nice. I mean, the price that I paid for it online was included shipping, and you know, prices vary and they may go up. I went ahead and bought it because things keep going up, it seems. So I paid $159 at the time of this video, and that included shipping, and you get a lifetime warranty if you, and they give you the free shipping label to ship your cooler back, and then you get the lifetime warranty. So as you can see, this one here has seen its better days, so I won't be needing it. But I didn't check the box real good. I'm going to check the box, but I think I got to reuse the nuts, which hopefully they'll fit. They look like the same threads. And so what I'm going to do is just I don't have the correct tool. I need to go get I don't know, let me see if one of my wrenches will fit. I'm going to leave this right here. Maybe one of these wrenches will fit. So I'll just go get a see if this 14 fits. Oh yeah, how about that? So based on, let's see, this is over just a little bit yet. See if it even fits up in here. It does, but gosh. Okay. my wrench open. Oh boy. Well, now I'm trying to line up the steering, so I've got to turn this just a bit. Looks like maybe this way. That was close. Let's see. No, these were never an easy thing to get in. At least there it goes. If only I had the screw available. Guess I should have got that ready. Okay, let's see if it moves over to the bolts. And this tire didn't move. The tape's almost in the right spot, believe it or not. Well, maybe I'll get lucky. The only thing I did is what I wanted to do was well, this whole thing can move, that's right, so I have to move the whole thing over and then try and get it into. Hey, this new setup is really stiff. I mean, it's nice, but I don't know how I'm going to get that in there. I think I got it in there, took it off when I took it out the last time. With the steering on, it's not gonna work. How about them apples? Unless I move the tire, that moves. So, I think what I've got to do is I don't think I'm going to be able to move it. These arms are very stiff, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get it. Threads meshed with the steering. Very close, but let's see. No, I think I already had it. I don't think I had the steering. I'm gonna have to take the steering back out. I mean, yeah, I could just move the tire. Well, no, it won't move because all the weight of the truck is on it because of the jacks. So unfortunately, because of the way I've got this set up, I'm gonna have to boy, I don't know what I'm gonna have to do. This is the way it should be right here, and then you should somehow get these threads in here. You can see it's very, very close to being able to get them started. I need a 1/2 inch. Need less than a 1/2 inch to get that in there. Oh, maybe. just maybe, oh, there we go. I got it. I don't have to take that off. How about that? Now, just get that in there, get it started. I wonder if it's 9/16. It is. How about that? This new unit is a 9/16. All I gotta do is see if it'll turn. Guess not. You're supposed to turn these, and new unit, they don't want to turn. There it goes. It's very, very tight. I guess what I'm going to have to do is, well, let's see. This is old goop. This is in there. The problem is doing it this way. This new unit is so tight, I can't get it to turn, and I don't have the bolts aren't lined up because it's not screwed in all the way. So basically, you know, I don't know, I may be running out of battery here, but it's going pretty well. All I got to do is they're starting to turn. I mean, you're not, it's, you know, I'm gonna have to turn it inside here. They're just tight from being remanufactured. So I think I need my vice grips, and I'm gonna put it on the put it on this end here, so maybe I can keep it from just immediately slips out. Doesn't want to turn, so I don't know if you have to, oh, wrong tool. The old one turned real easy. This new one does not want to turn, so if that doesn't work, get a bigger tool. Seems to be working. See, I took these clips off so it would turn easier. And that's not supposed to happen. But it's already very tight where I can't get it to turn. That's good. I don't know what I did with the other wrench. I believe it's going in. I don't know. It's very difficult, very tight. So I don't know if that's the way you're supposed to be doing it. It's the way I took them out, and it's the way you're supposed to line it. Is turn these rods. But these rods are very tight. wrench is so short. A long ways to go. Alright folks, well, I got it all back together, as you can see. Just putting it, putting these bolts in. I've got to spin this, and it's going to take me a while, so I'm not going to film it. I've got another 1.5 inches to go before that gets to where it needs to be, and then I got to do the other side. So I'm probably going to go get a different setup than this. Try and see if I can get something a little bit with a little larger wrench, give me a little better leverage. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here, and once I get it put on, I've got to run up to the run up to the auto parts store and get some power steering fluid, and then when I get back, I'll crank the video up again. I got to go upstairs and put it on charge anyway, and then we'll see what happens once I get it all fluid in it and everything, and we'll see if it actually works and if I can actually drive the truck again. So hopefully this information here helps you out, and if it does and you like it, please like and subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything, it's free. Hit the thumbs up button, and hope you have a great day, and hope your projects, hope this helps you with your projects. If you need to put one of these in yourself, I hope this helps you out. Thanks a bunch. Take care. Okay folks, I was successful in getting the lines back on. I'm going to say this real quick because the battery is going to die any second, but you can see both my lines are on and they're tight. I may need to be tighter, but I was able to find this little wrench that I had, and it was kind of widened out. It was an 11/16. I widened it, and it kind of bent, and so I hammered it back down, and it was fit that fitting pretty good to where I could get it real snug. Those threads were not good, so those lines are two different sizes, so you really can't put them on backwards. But yep, there it is. It's all back together, and I'm going to get cleaned up and head up to the store, get some. I'm also going to check and see if they're obviously running ATF4 for fluid in it, which people do. I'm going to see if there's any big deal about doing that because it's already in the pump, but otherwise I'm going to run up to the store. I'm going to see if they have an 18mm line wrench, short wrench, and some power steering fluid. So that's it folks. Again, thanks for watching. Hope this helps. Hope you got something out of it. And good luck with your projects. Post any comments, suggestions below. I always appreciate them. I can always learn something new. And thanks for watching. Take care. Like and subscribe. Mash the thumbs button. See ya.